All right, people walk early in the morning. Start taking a little more workout in. Sorry about that. Checking out the 150-inch display on my screen size that was painted to be 159/1610. Thought I'd do some demonstrations in here today. I'm gonna use my cue. There we go. This is me up in the morning. I was up at 4 anyway. Showing you the results of our amazing technology. Yeah, I'm open up the window too.
What will you do? Will you make something better? Create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors can provide you with the tools and expertise you need to bring out the innovator in you.
And together, we'll discover sustainable supply chains you may never have imagined for tomorrow's consumer. We help you see the world
Getting a
differently,
commercial?
because opening doors
didn't
is
they?
what we do, and good can't
Let me
wait.
see.
We are Standard
Our
Chartered,
stickers over here.
here for good.
See where you want to go. All right, we're ready. Where we going to go? Let's see, get on the other channels. Let's go check out some apples. Adobe 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
Adobe 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
We've done this one to death, but I need a long video because I'm doing something in the back. Now in this demonstration, I really don't have to explain much. You already know what the technology is designed to do. Excuse me about that. We don't have to be stuck in dark environments. We don't have to worry about calibrating, and we don't require expensive projectors. I mean, I'm using my Christie LW505, $500, that's it. And as you can see, 40 lit environment, no problem. Beautiful image and a massive 150-inch display. No dark corners or any of that nonsense. There we go. Well, yeah, trip over here. Sit your rug over here. Your rug. All right. There we go. There we go. One of the things I get a lot from customers who contact us is the fact that, number one, the screen's black. They love that. But most of all, no dark environments. I never had to be subjected to being stuck in the dark. It's one of the big things that plagues projectors. Stuck in the dark. And then after that, you know, if you try to turn your lights on, your picture quality washes out. You can't pick up 100% contrast. And then you have stuck with buying expensive projectors to fix the problem. And as I said before, there's no point in having an ultra short throw if you can't treat it like a TV, because they were designed to be like to replace a TV. Adobe 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
See if I can find those. I like those. Can't seem to track them down. I can track down anything I want on my account. Can't seem to track that one down. I like those. 12K demonstrations. See if we can get those.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'm gonna pick that one. Oh, we know you come in to watch. We do. We see you pop in and pop back out. You can't resist our demonstrations. We already know that from the door. We're the only ones who show these demonstrations. You can go search the internet, knock yourself out. Show me how many people can get up in the morning, show your screen at 150 inches in a fully lit environment on a $500 old projector. I can make it a challenge. I mean, this is why our technology is more superior. And at $500, that's it. This is why we have people who will come into the room. These are people who don't like our products, but they will come into the room just to watch. And then the minute I start talking, if I go near the camera, they'll disappear. You're more than welcome to come in and watch. It's not a problem. At the end of the day, these videos are done for advertising. So we're going to have people that are going to be watching this video, looking at it and checking it out. And the whole purpose is to do these demonstrations is to show which product is more superior. Because again, we could do demonstrations in fully lit environments where any other screen that you will see on YouTube today or tomorrow cannot produce this kind of superior image in a fully lit environment, especially with the 100% contrast level. And in order for this black technology, in order to pick up white levels, it would have to be to read white light in order to show color. So again, we are the only ones. This is why our demonstrations, we can title on our website most demonstrations outside and put challenges up for people to match our demonstrations. Because everybody's still stuck in the same protocol. I have to be in a dark environment. I got to spend all this money for a projector. I'm going to have to calibrate, No. And I come in here and I do this every day. Every single day. Every day. Tell you what, that shows, oh, that paper's crooked, I'm driving crazy. That shows you what happens if you have a white screen. For those of you who think that if I have a high-powered projector, enough lumens, enough color, enough contrast, I can make up for it. If I get a white screen, it's not going to work. We're at 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200, not 1920 by 1080p. So we're a little higher up than, a little bit more than 1080p projectors. Now, my other room back there, that is my relaxation room. Sometimes I have lights on back there. Majority of the time I have lights off back there. This area right here, I like to have my lights on here from time to time. So I do not want to turn this area into a cave. And keep in mind, it's turned into a cave by choice, which means I have options. If I want to make it dark here, I can. If I want to have my lights on, I can. It's not going to disrupt my picture quality. Other people out there don't have a choice. You have to be in the dark because your screen can't pull. Let's get some basic colors here. Let's do something with, oh, perfect example. Anyway, red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. The guy in OLED could not have said it any more better when he says, in the black, you see true color. White screens don't register any form of color whatsoever, especially when they're leaning against a more superior product. They can't register. So if I had this projector behind me and I was using it on the white screen, how much of that projector did I just pay for? Did I just get out of my investment? Not a lot. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is what some of you are going through right now. This is why when we go to YouTube and we do the field trips, I find a lot of people in really dark environments. People doing reviews on projectors that they can't seem to get a projector to pull. Let's go check out green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, for those people that sit there and say, well, projectors were meant to be used in the dark, this is the future. And technology has changed quite a bit from now. You basically, when it comes to these projectors now, the set-top box, the ultra short throw projectors, they were designed strictly to be used like a TV. That's what they were engineered for. You don't see those particular projectors in dedicated theater rooms because you don't use ultra short throws or short throws in dedicated theater rooms. You have to have long throws for those. If you're going to be using the booth, then you use something called an extended long throw, which I have to show you about that one later on. Purple screen. Now, that's just the people who come out and make that comment. That's a poor excuse by saying that I'm going to be stuck in the dark 24/7 because that's the way it was meant to be. No, it isn't. That's why we come out here and do these demonstrations. So that's how much of my projector I'm getting out of it on a white surface. Starfield screensaver. We know we're going with this one.
Getting that from YouTube.
You get absolutely nothing from a white screen. And my projector has a 2000:1 contrast. Blue screen.
Getting that
I'm
from
going to
YouTube.
slide some of it over on the wall, but it's not going to go that far over. So I'll put it back. Oh, by the way, that's the gray wall. You ain't picking up jack on a gray wall. A gray wall, whew, what's the word for it? All right, I think we should do that demonstration today. I've got asked about that one quite a few times. So let me do a fast setup for that right now. Let's put my screen back to where it was. And let's go do the gray wall. But I don't like to talk about that unless I actually have a projector here. So for that, so let's get something in here for that gray wall. That's not bad. How about, you didn't do zoomies in here? Zoomies? So then, beautiful tropical fish, jazz, relaxing. Right, set up.
Getting that from YouTube.
Beautiful Animals 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're on a boat in the middle of nowhere. I came here to be pushed out of my culinary comfort zone.
We're gonna put you to work.
Oh gosh, this is wild. I felt like I just got 20 years of schooling in a matter of a couple hours. Salty.
Coffee's perfect, plant-based made, coffee made.
Red screen. Now, both of these projectors are 5,000 units. I had to make sure that when I went in the back, I got an equal 5,000 unit projector to the other one. Red screen. We have a white sheet of paper here on the gray wall, as I told you before. Anyone who has a gray screen paint, if I'm telling you from the door that my wall will match your paint, if you feel the need that that's not true, I will buy your product and bring it down here and put it against the wall. I made this statement several times before. I told you that I've been doing gray screen paints for quite a long time. I have a long history of working with gray paints. I can look at a product, I can tell how it's going to match. We did it already. We proved that point already, how we can do that. Did that with the Network Grade 773. Was I wrong? All right then. So if I tell you they'll match the wall, you're going to match the wall. All right, so red screen here. So this represents any kind of gray screen paint because this wall here when I came in here has a good tone, has a perfect tone. All right, red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now you can look at both of my model numbers on my projectors. They're both 5,000 lumens. They're both 1920 by 1200, and they're WXGA projectors. I'll give you model numbers for both of them. All right, come over here. Let's pull our, oh, get something completely different. Review on glasses. We don't want that. Red screen on this side, and told you. I just can't. I can't basically prove it anymore. To tell you the truth. I'm going to be doing this in a showroom upon tons of people that are going to be coming in and watching these demonstrations, not just on YouTube, and live rooms where people can come in and watch these demonstrations on display. I'm going to be training people how to display our technology by doing these basic, simple demonstrations that you will never see in any showroom anywhere because they don't do these demonstrations. You know why? Because their screens will match. That's why. So what makes the black technology more superior? Well, it's a 100% black screen. And again, in order to have a black screen, you have to be able to register and read white light. Can't just throw black paint up there and go, voila, I'm done. No, it takes years of testing to do it. So even at 5,000 lumens on a gray wall, there's not a big difference between that and a white screen. That's why when I saw somebody doing a demonstration showing the benefit of a, excuse me, with the coughing people, the benefit of a white screen versus a gray screen, there isn't any at all, period. That's why the video was removed, because even that person acknowledged there's no benefit. And this is not an ultra short throw setup or whatever. These are 5,000 lumen venue machines. It doesn't register. Blue screen. This is why you're told to calibrate, because you'll be stuck in a dark environment. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? All right, there we go. We're back. There's a dead spot in here somewhere. I gotta put a booster in here somewhere. So much for 5,000 lumens on a gray screen, right? That's why Google sits there and tells you that black is more superior. Switch over here. Now, on the black screen. This is why you can't, it's why you watch the demonstrations, you always see them sitting in the dark because the screen can't pick up. That's why. They use the poor excuse by saying, oh, you have to be, and that's what it's recommend. It's recommend for you to be in the dark. It's recommend for you to calibrate. It's recommend, no, it's bullcrap. It's an excuse because the screen can't pull. Now I'll show you my model numbers of my projector so you can look it up for yourself. And I'll post them at the bottom. That right there is a Christie LW501i 5,000 lumen projector. Look it up for yourself. And this one back here is also a Christie. This is a Christie, just a little bit, Christie LW505. Same one with model projector. They're both 5,000 lumens, 1920 by 1200, sorry, 1920 by 1200 WXGA projectors. Venue projectors do not work on white screens, and they do not work on gray screens. Let's try the lights out. Can't even see that white surface anymore, can you? Just blend it right into that gray surface. There you go. See, I know what color the valve screens are, because any gray screen that blends into, any white screen that blends into a gray screen, that would be the same tone that a valve screen would be. Valve screens blend into white screens. So in order for me to mimic a valve screen, I would just have to find a screen, a paint, a gray paint that can mimic easily into a white screen, which pretty much would be mostly all of them. I love when I'm sitting here giving her commands and she's like, nope, not gonna listen to you. Look at this. This is what I hate about fire sticks. They do not work for jack. Put the batteries in them, they always have problems with these things. Let's go with, let's see. Bring up some, we got any colors in here? Here we go. Let's take this red right here. Let's see what's going on with this fire stick while she's acting up on me here. There we go, got it to work. All right. See, you don't pick up anything on a white screen and you don't pick up anything on a gray screen. The reason why you think you're seeing something is because when a person does a demonstration, they do it on a standalone. There's nothing to compare it to, so therefore you can't see the worst of the worst. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
Slow color change out. And what is she doing this side? Snow color change out. Wow. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
No one flavors like we flavor. Real mints.
Yeah. Or in the dark, mind you, which makes it worse. At 5,000 lumens. Keep in mind, the projector we have here on this one is sitting much closer. My projector is sitting 21 feet from here. This one's probably sitting about a good maybe 7 feet at 5,000 lumens. I want to show you something. Do you see how much light's reflecting off the wall? When I turn this projector off, when I fire mine up, you don't see any light reflecting off the rug. It is dark in here, which means if I do a demonstration in the dark, you won't see any light reflecting off the floor. Gray screens do that. White screens do that. They reflect all that light all over the place. Now I block the projector and I just have mine. Yeah, all that light comes off a gray screen. So for those of you who had dedicated theater room set up and you spent all that time darkening your walls, well, good luck on that one, because all that light's still going to reflect all over the place. It's coming right back here in your face. That's why when you do a dedicated theater room, the screens are black. As a matter of fact, I got 2 projects I'm working on with 2 customers for the dedicated theater room setup, and they're installing black screens. So another question, if you're putting it in a dedicated theater room, all right, and you want 100% black levels in there, how much money are you going to spend for a projector to achieve that when you have a gray and white screen? Because you're going to have to spend some money, or you're going to have to turn around and spend some money for some very serious gunmetal, and that's going to cost you a lot of money. So they're doing the ceiling and they're doing the screen with our black technology, which means they kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Instead of them going out there and spending $10,000 to $20,000 for an infinity ceiling, they already have that technology at hand. You can't do that with a gray screen. If you take a gray screen and you paint that to a ceiling and hit that with a projector, you see how much light that's pushing off here? Imagine when it reflects off the ceiling and the screen at the same time. Not well, right? Let's show off ambient light projection technology, what it's designed to do. And this is why gray screens and white screens can't be ambient light projection technology. They can't absorb light. Can't tell the difference between that and the white surface. That's why I sit there and tell you there's no difference between a white screen and a gray screen. It really isn't. It's just a little hiccup. If I have to walk you over there, that close to a screen, to show you exactly the difference, it's failed already. You should never be that close to a screen to show off the difference. Because if you have to be that close to see it, how are you going to see it from where I'm sitting at? I sit at least, my projector sits 21 feet. I'm about, close to about 18 feet from my screen. I got to measure up my chair. They're about 18 feet back from the screen. All right. Make sure we do right. I'll keep getting all the controls here. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Starfield screensaver. That means you can't pick up an ounce of contrast. And contrast is embedded in just about everything. This is why we request for that projector to do a demonstration in a fully lit environment showing the star field only. Because one of the things I see a lot in fake demonstrations is I see they'll do like a little OLED demonstration, the lights will be out, and I look at the contrast levels. I literally saw everybody in the review do that. If that projector ever lands here, this is what it's going to go through. It's going to sit in a fully lit environment. I'm going to bring it up to 123 inches, and I'm going to display a star field. We're going to put it on color levels and see how it varies up to a white surface, and then see the benefits of it toward blacker technology and gunmetal technology. Let's take our lights out. This is the reason why they don't send me those machines. So this is what you're supposed to be receiving off your projector. If you're in the comments thinking that, well, no, all I got to do is spend what? More money? So you have to spend more money to try to achieve something that you will never see. The higher you go up on the contrast, the more money that projector is going to cost you. Where my customers can come in at 100-to-1 contrast and still pick up a level darker than any projector with any high caliber contrast. It's a difference when you're trying to mimic contrast. It's another thing when you are contrast. So if I were to do that planetarium I just did yesterday on the ceiling, that's what I would get. With our black technology, that's what we get. And for those of you out there with churches and businesses, and at the end of the day that are using venue projectors, this is why black technology is far more superior. On top of that, you don't have to spend a ton of money for a ton of lumens to get the screen to pull, because again, this technology doesn't require it. Remember, we were outside at 250 inches on a 720p projector at 4,000 lumens and 27 feet back. Most people using it on a white screen would be somewhere in the 7,000, 10,000 lumen range. Because, you know, in the back of their mind, they figure if I get high enough lumen count, I can cut through all that ambient light. And the biggest mistake people think, okay, put it this way, your picture, your image is on that beam of light that you can't see that's traveling across. And they figure with all the light happening in the environment, my image is going to travel and be safeguarded at 7,000 lumens, and it's going to travel through all that light. And when it hits the screen, I'm not going to lose any contrast, I'm not going to lose any color, I'm going to have a perfect image. No, that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to be maintaining the lumen count. It's going to maintain. It is. because you have a venue projector. But when you hit the screen does not have the capability to receive it. And therefore it will deny your image. And that's why your image washes out. That's why your colors wash out, because the screen can't pick it up. And no matter how powerful you get in your projector, the flare is just going to wash out. And on top of that, the fact that the screen can absorb, then you're going to wash out your screen even faster. You're fighting the element. Sorry, the drum's a little iffy when it comes to the Wi-Fi. So that's what you just did. You just added more light. And if you don't believe me, you can watch my intro video. My intro video shows a church that dedicated a demonstration to us. They used a 7,000 projector on a screen over 1,000 inches, and that screen didn't pick up at 7,000 lumens. It didn't even register. Now, how well is this going to work when we turn the lights on? That's what I was going through when I first moved here. Someone was asking me, how come I didn't use the gray walls in here? Why would I do that? None of my projectors can pick up on a gray wall in here. Where's the star field? And like I said, for anyone out there who says that, oh, you're wrong, my gray screen paint's different, I will buy your product and I will stick you against that wall. How much confidence at the end of the day do you have in your product? To have me go on a YouTube live stream, put your product. I'm not talking about one person, I'm talking about anybody. So you people get out of that little narrow corner. Anybody who has a gray screen paint product who wants to make that statement. You know how embarrassing that would be to match a gray wall? All right, let's get something else. Let's get lights up here for y'all. Skyworth food demonstration. Skyworth food demonstration. Of course, I can't see the contrast. Can't pick it up. Oh, that's just interesting. We can see contrast. I can't. Now this is the white levels for a minute. I'll pause it. Back here. Press back a little bit more. Something I want to see on here. Remember, I'm in the dark this thing. All right, let me get it back here. Something I want to see right here. You gotta make these things backlit. Right, that's perfect. Pause right there. All right, now let me get me back over here where I was at. All right. Bring it back a little bit. There we go. Where's the white sheet of paper? You see that blue little tab? We had to put that there so you can see where the white paper is at. See that cup over there? Can't see a difference, can you? You do the same thing as white screens. All right, let's come over here to our screen. That's our screen with a white sheet of paper laying against it. You can clearly see where it's at, can't you? So how come the black technology can pick up better color and much more a vivid and sharper image than the gray screen or gray surface over here next to a white surface? These would be the brighter surfaces, right? But yet the black technology, you can see the white sheet of piece of paper crystal clear. Now remember when I told you you have to get up close on the screen to see the difference? Look familiar? I told you at the end of the day that, you know, we're talking about this individual, his product is nothing but house paint. And this does the exact same thing his demonstration just did. See the difference? You have to be this close in order to see the little slight change. That's why I told you this product is house paint. I can literally mimic the exact same demonstration right here in the video. See, I would have to be this close in order to show you the difference. But if I was standing back here, you wouldn't be able to see it. But in our demonstrations, we can be here. Let me get this out of the way. We can be here. We don't have to get on top of the screen to show you the difference, because you should be able to see it from here with no problem. So if I walk up on the screen, see the difference right there? Now if I come over here and I walk up on the screen, it's a slight little difference, no big change at all. You're not getting anything at all. So for those who went out and spent all $95 for that product, you could have did the same thing with an everyday gray wall. It just had the same reaction with no problem. There's no difference in it at all, period. There we go. All right, let me get over here. Why do we keep grabbing this remote control? Really, it is not my remote control for this setup in here. The thing is that any great product, not just his, any great product, if you take a white surface and you stick it against it, it's going to have that slight little off, because the gray screen is a little darker and then the white screen is going to show a difference. That's just basic everyday. It's nothing impressive about that. You can do that on any surface. I can literally mimic that same exact demonstration the same way. No difference. And anyone else we see doing those demonstrations, same thing. AK Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
AK Desired Nature. I'm looking into a difference if it's something there or not. Honestly.
Riddex is scientifically proven to break down septic waste. Guaranteed.
Get you together with Riddex.
Now, this is what we show you what to look for when you have screens faking black contrast levels in the dark. Do you see the background? This is an OLED demonstration. They were designed to come up super jet black. You see the background. You see how washed out it looks? That grayish look to it? That's not supposed to be there. See how it comes up super black here? This is the way it's supposed to look. If we turn the lights out, it's going to get much worse. This is why you never see demonstrations on gray screens in environments like this, because again, they have a better chance of trying to show a better picture quality, or white screen, put that in there too, better picture quality if they're in a dark environment. So they don't see color, they don't pick up contrast. The only thing they can do is they can pick up a somewhat decent white level, but next to a white screen, no. Like I said, 5,000 projectors. So it just shows you at the end of the day, even if you have a 5,000 projector, it doesn't make a difference. You can't pick up on a gray or white screen. do this demonstration like this, but I got to talking about the venue projector, not working on the gray screen. You know, I'm the kind of person at the end of the day, I back it up. The gray product is an obsolete product. It's old. It served its purpose. It was designed strictly for the point to be better than the white screen. Give it a somewhat better edge than the white screen. Now you have gunmetal technology and you have physical black technology. There is no way in the world you should have a gray screen sitting on your wall now. For anyone to sit there and say, well, I get brighter colors, where? It doesn't even pick up colors correctly. We're on 5,000 lumen projectors, Christie's, venues. It's not picking up. And this one's actually closer than the one we got back there. Samsung 4K demonstration.
Getting that from
Samsung 4K demonstration. You don't pick up color. You don't even register color correctly. Not going to happen. That's literally how much you lose from your projector. For those of you sitting up there, and I watch your demonstrations, people showing up their projectors and setup, not even close to what the machine is designed to do. Some of you are lucky if you get 50% out of your machine. You're lucky if you get it. Meanwhile, my customers, whew, man. And those, you see what this technology looks like in the dark. Imagine this stuff in a dedicated theater room. Oh, we did dedicated theater rooms already, this stuff. Oh, is that striking or what? Hold on. We gotta go back to that one. I gotta go back on this one. I have to. I gotta do it again. Did you see the snake, the background? The snake came up? Gray screen didn't register jack. Or didn't register that either. Look at that. So if your idea of fixing this mess on the gray screen and white surface is to buy a more expensive projector with a higher contrast, you have already lost. Because we could do it for far less contrast. Oh, we're definitely going to be using this as a screenshot for something. All right, I hope you enjoyed. We're definitely going to keep this set up in here. We're going to sit here for a while. We're going to have some fun with this. I like these wake-up call demonstrations. All right, with that being said, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless. Oh, by the way, we just got some of our containers in. Oh, Tacos Land. We're building Tacos Land over here. We just got some of our containers in today. These are the 32s. Let me turn some lights on in here because it's dark in this section, is it not? Look at that. That's crazy, ain't it? Look at that. Can't even see the screen there. Our screen picks up perfectly. So these are right here. Sorry. These right here are for orders for the 30, the professional. Now, keep in mind, for those who've been asking us for the price range, these go for around $378, I think they are. Yeah, that's what they go for. We have the 24s that go for, I think it's $240 something. And that right there is a special order. So right there, we don't do gallons, but gallons we do them for companies. They are special orders. All right, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I'm definitely going to take some pictures of this. Sorry about that, not laughing, but coughing. Definitely going to take some pictures of this and display this on my account. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.